Um, it's a fairly short poem tonight. Just a single poem by a guy named Dan Raphael, um, who's a Portland, Oregon-based poet. I've never really read that much of his stuff, but I always liked it when I read it. This one is called Pound of Head. When what was my head pounds unceasingly, skull my fat has grown to burst. Like pants in the sky, heaving against the seams of habit, expectations, caffeine, deep fried salt. I pull another paycheck shirt over the mucus bubble, enshrines my head beneath the red, white, and blue strobes of Christian police carving crosses into bullet tips. Put mascara, silver, and type O lip polish across their war masks. Oversight shoppers storm the mall's flypaper windows. Discounts with credit cards, discounts to blood donors, no condom users allowed. Keep touching everything that moves. Keep moving against the tide of reptilian hands. Anesthetizing light with elevator music spreads like floodwaters to wax our ears, sullen, soporific, tingling with multiple piercings. And the chronic release of ions slowly transform the iron in our blood, works the cracks in elemental pavements so the weeds grow downward into caverns rich with landfill and forgotten cities we wear as hats, tightening our crabgrass hair. No showers of diazenon or Roundup, no deodorant supplied with paint rollers to hold in the sweat, to exude no animal scent, to bulge the eyes like primetime velvet paintings animated for sex. No body could afford to find herself like a butterfly, chloroformed, bound, rasterized, and tingling free in the internet of supermarkets' ventilation. The rise of video tuberculosis, they're afraid to call it consumption, like you never hear of an American flu, an upper class virus. All diseases come from deficiencies, from disruption or inadequacies in the ease we slather on like latex sandwich spread tween bread nutritious as wallboard, bread that will outlive us. I have my lover search every inch of me for the freshness date, a trademark, a barcode to drag across my tombstone's eye. My kids worry about the price interest it rates for those with momentum deficiency. We now need vitamins M and Q. Our alphabets have gone multimedia, a remote control embedded in the thigh, a TV that knows your name and reminds you of what's coming up. Attune your heart to the electronic pulpit, the silicon pituitary, a million pieces of data. How many can you link to what close in, what club? Through today's freshest door, high below the city, we try to fly on top of elevator shafts clogged with multimedia cholesterol. To buy, to lose your land, and to come home not shivering with amputated dreams. Dreams where I'm falling, spreading as thin vats of unbaked wonder bread, pour into the sea untouched by fish, corroding the drift nets, making the sea safe for subdivision. The water will be our new ozone layer. Taste it with your eyes. Smell is taboo. Smell prevents overcrowding. Nothing gets through the plaster walls. Who is feeding from the stairmasters, life cycles, commuting across illusory asphalt cities with nothing between but dwindling farmland, punctuated by three-story neon fungi, swapping clothes, body parts, genetic codices, where the shoulds become shat under what circumstance? If who was when did what against memory? Semaphore of war hoop, silently corroding through backstab decimal points, sliding along the spine's escape route. An anti-tide of dehydrated rodent scuzz recalls like a slow, razor-sharp pendulum, no matter how deep the death, how dark the tea, how free the honey of neurotoxins. I end up better, ventilated, and less mobile. Smiling more than I realize, scared more than I want, struggling a little less, thinking the ropes will age before I do. But my sinews keep chewing at themselves. My teeth clatter into electricity, shrink wrapping the earth, learning to pucker but no one to kiss. whistling in ways the dogs no longer care to hear. Hungry and frustrated? Make a baby. Lonely? Have a baby. Yearn for the stability of the past? Be a baby. The baby, your replacement, your knight, your surrogate. Don't bogart that baby. What else is there to smoke? How else can we cut through the fog we can't extinguish? Can't ask whose oxygen is fanning the flames, who's hoarding the wood, who's pissing gasoline siphoned from our savings account, whose service charge is greater than the interest rate because the banks are doing us favors. We should be grateful for these jobs, these burgers made from test tube cows continually rebirthing in jungles no one noticed except the satellites. Constantly edited and directed, satellites shed no tears. Satellites remember only from the outside, pulling the Earth up to them. That's why we need bigger, heavier shoes. To counteract the pull of space, the urge for flight, heightened by the systematic strictures on fighting. Fighting the mirror, fight the power, fight the enemies of Jesus, the enemies of the American way, one of whom is me. The American way is a manhole cover called depression. In our food and things we cannot be, yearn to burn, want more better, want you badly, so haphazardly anyone can be a record. Necessary rages to riches, necessary lotteries crashing symbols of hope, answering the 64,000 question. I want to be put in jeopardy. I want to solve the missing letters in Bend Over and Spread 'em. Don't tax the rich, because someday you might get there. Uh-huh. No one's laughing. The rich don't laugh at what they don't see. When the rich take off their wallets, they're invisible. Value is what someone else will pay. To take what you have, to climb your spine, skin on the wall, face in a jar, recorded for all eternity, etched into stone, frozen until technology gets further ahead of flesh. The firmware within us, only cons of spiritual practice can reach. The ohm of DNA, rosary of historical mistakes. We are killed by overburdened hearts, hearts unable to forget. We are killed by cells gone awry, growth without definition or purpose. We are not killed by natural time. We are not killed by justice. It's Dan Raphael.
Woo!
Coming up now is the great PG6. Pat is ready to perform, and
Where is Pat?
he's hovering over at the side of the screen. He's going to do a very theatrical.
Ta-da! Yay!
Hey, there he is! Oh, hey!
That's an entrance.
Bravo! Come Pat.
Yeah, thanks to everyone that reached out to try to make me feel some normality about this. Asking when the set time was, any guest list spots, or telling me they won't be able to make it this time, but definitely let them know next time I'm playing. So I have known love, and at times it was a simple love, gentle and kind, with murmurs and whispers as we drift to sleep. There is no fight left in me now. There is no fight left in me now. I have known love, and at times it shook me to the core. Tender yet cruel, consuming and desperate as the night burns on. There is no fight left in me now. There is no fight left in me now. I have known love, and at times it was a grieving love. Come to me now and cling to me tightly as the end draws near. There is no fight left in me now. There is no fight left in me now. Thank you.
Bravo!
Yeah. Oh,
It's a song I co-wrote with this guy named Alan Davidson, who has a group called the Kitchen Cynics. I wrap my love in leaves of green, as the sun on the hills it did shine. She spoke of things like the distant springs, which flow till they all do combine. Then we did flow and combine as we lay. And our love, it did surely last till the leaves have blown all away. When the sun had warmed our bones, my love I wrapped in leaves of red. She sang of things like the starling's wings as they fall through the clouds overhead. Then we did fall through clouds white and gray. And our love, it did surely last till the leaves have blown all away. sleeves of lace as the sun sank lower than before. She spoke of things about nettle stings, how her heart was brittle and sore. Then both our hearts, they inclined for to stray, and our love, it did surely last till the leaves have blown all away.
Two. Yeah.
Another collaboration, this time with Sharon Krause, who there's a feeding tube connection because she had a band with Gillian Chadwick called, I don't know if I'm saying this right, but, Russell Naya, and that had a LP on feeding tube. Sure, I'm in tune here. Okay. It's a cheery little number called Tell Me Death. Death took my father before I here was born. Death took away my mother before I was shorn. Death took my wife and my only son. Tell me, death, why am I the fortunate one? When I took your father, it was just for fun. When I took away your mother, it could have been anyone. I took your wife and child just for something to do. Tell me now, what use have I for you? Flowers grow in my garden, they bloom and then they die. The bees that gather in the pollen have only a seed reason to fly. Their lives are fleeting, yet they don't complain. Tell me now, will I feel joy again?
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna go over to Rick Wakeman.
Oh
area,
yeah.
and gonna play a little. This is another sort of Irish or Celtic influenced piece that's from an old text, which is about a basically like kind of like a fairy or spirit house. So make sure everything's. I have a house in the land to the north. One half of it red gold, the lower half of silver. Its porch is of white bronze, and its threshold copper, and of the wings of white yellow birds is its thatch, I think. Its candlesticks are golden, with a candle of great purity, with a gem of precious stone in the middle of the house. But for myself and the High Queen, none of us are sad, none of us are sad. A household there without old age, with yellow crested hair, every man is a chess player. There are good companies there, without exclusion. The house is not, the house is not closed against man or woman. Go into
Beautiful. Yeah.
Woo.
Full more.
Hurrah.
Great camera action there. Whoever's doing that.
I'm gonna play. This is a instrumental that. Well, it's the harp part of another collaborative tune that I worked on with Tara Lee Peterson from Spires, and she Spires that in the sunset rise, and we have a forthcoming record, also on Feeding Tube, called All Summer Long Is Gone. And so this is the part that I play, so it's minus the saxophone part, but it's something. Ooh, doesn't go like that. Okay, let's try that again.
Bravo.
Just bear with me a moment while I try to figure out what's going on here. Okay, I'm gonna finish up with this is an Irish song. If I had money to spend, I'd spend it in good company, and all the harm that ever I have done, I hope its parting soon I'll see. But since it falls into my lot that I should rise and you should not, fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all, my dearest dear. The time draws near that here no longer I can stay. It's not the friend I leave behind that's not grieving at my going away, but since it falls into my lot that I should rise and you should not, so fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. I think we have a cat guest vocalist that better let in.
Oh! Go back!
Wow.
Encore. One more. More.
More.
Bravo, Pat!
Beautiful.
More.
One more.
Encore.
What else do you want?
More. One more.
More harp tag.
More.
There's a way.
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
Can you hear us? Can you hear our cries? Have Moisey. Yeah, woo!
Hey, thank you, Pat.
Turn this off now.
Okie doke. So I'll give you this one. It was late one night, I pulled off to the side of the road. In my dreams I wandered off in the wood. Walked up this lonesome hillside where quarry had been, past an old graveyard and an old stone kiln. I saw a rustic cottage, an old man lived there, high upon this mountain with no one else around. Somehow we got to talking. I sat with him and drank. We told each other stories. I sung a song I'd learned. Whiskey, oh, whiskey has made a wretch of me. But oh, the harm that ever I have done, I've done it out of fear. Whiskey, oh, whiskey. It was then he told the story how the devil had gone and retired to the country where no one was around. It seemed that the evil of men had surpassed any expectations the devil ever had. The bottle, it was empty. It wasn't worth a damn. I started down this mountain when no one was around.
Bravo.
Want a special thanks to Yuko and Steve.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Really amazing, Pat.
Pat.
Thank you, Miko, for doing the audio and doing the video stuff. That was amazing. That was great.
Yep.